Hello, this is Jonathan Clark at Lumne.net. In this tutorial, I will show you how to filter comments using keywords. To begin, log into your WordPress administration panel. Then, on the left-hand side, find Settings and Discussion. From here, scroll down until you see Comment Moderation and Comment Block List. In this section, we can type in keywords that you want WordPress to take action on. If any of these keywords like sale, honest troll, Miss Pyramid Schemer, or this IP address are found in the comments content, name, URL, email, or IP address, then WordPress will hold it in the comment moderation queue for you to manually approve or deny. It's important to note that each keyword that you use or IP address needs to be on its own line. The comment blacklist or block list is a little bit different than the comment moderation list. For this list, any keyword or IP address that you put in here is going to automatically flag that comment that contains it to go to the trash. So you need to be careful about what keywords you put in this block list. Words like casino, cornhub.com, Sir Spams Lot, Mr. Hacker, and porn, they're not going to be part of very many other words. But if you put in a word like ass, then something that you need to be aware of is that WordPress is actually going to check for any word that has this 3-letter string as part of it. That means if a comment has the word asset or assorted, compass, or classification in it, all of those will end up matching this 3-letter string and will end up being thrown into the trash. Now, one tool that I use and that you may also find useful to figure out whether or not a word that you're using is too generic or not and maybe part of bigger words is to go over to the freedictionary.com and then use the contains filter. So if you search something like porn, you can go and find that all of these terms are pretty much terms that you're going to want to block. Whereas if you put in ass and you go through, you're going to see that there are hundreds of words that have that 3-letter string that help make up the word. So if you go and put that in your block list instead of just your comment moderation list, you're probably going to end up having quite a few comments thrown into the trash that you don't want to have, automatically deleted. And then one last note for these block lists and moderation lists. It may seem like a good idea to go out on the internet and find a well-curated and exhaustive list of IP addresses and terms to either put into the moderation list or put into the block list, and then you're good. That'll take care of so many different spam attempts and sales attempts and so on. But the problem comes with the website performance. Every single comment that comes into your website is going to have to run a process that's going to run through every single term on your lists, and it's going to have to process that against the entire message, URL, name, and IP address for that comment. And while if you have, just a few dozen terms in each of these lists, that's going to go very fast. But a lot of the exhaustive keyword lists or IP address lists can easily be dozens of gigabytes in the file size. which can significantly slow down most websites. Which is why in the next episode, I'm going to talk about how to use and set up anti-spam plugins, which will use third-party cloud services that are able to host and process through massive blacklists and massive comment moderation lists. And they do all the processing for you so that you don't have to worry about it. So I'm curious, what questions and comments do you have about comment moderation and these block lists here? Oh, one last thing. If you just want to forego the comment moderation list like this, and you just want everything to go through your manual approval, all you have to do is make sure that in this section here where it says before a comment appears, make sure that this box is clicked. And then you don't need to worry about this comment moderation list, but you may still want to use the block list here, because that way you don't have to go through and moderate items that you would know for sure are common sources of spam. Like you identify a specific user like Mr. Hacker constantly sends you spam, so you might as well just trash it by default. And like I said, in the next video, I'll teach you how to select, install, and use anti-spam plugins that will do a lot of this for you. If you found this tutorial useful, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.